Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Beneath the Surface. Today I'm with Thomas Maymi, our light truck coordinator.
Hey everyone, I'm Thomas Maymi.
It's time to get beyond the drill bit with Beneath the Surface.
When I started the position, it was a new position that they just started up. I'm in charge of entire fleet from Pennsylvania to Texas. It'd be accumulation of 211 trucks currently. What I've learned from this position would be anywhere from managing trucks to being able to communicate effectively and efficiently with everyone across the board, whether it's from the president of the company all the way down to lowest guy in the field. It's a big task to be able to find a truck and locate trucks at any given moment.
Talk a little bit about how long you've been here, but how did you get started at Deepwell?
So I talked to the one and only John Sabo, the motivated John Sabo. I had the pleasure of speaking with him and I couldn't see myself working anywhere else. So I'm thankful that you guys here at Deepwell brought me aboard. Here I am.
While we have Thomas here, whose amazing acting you might have already seen on Between Two Peace Lilies, spin-off of Between Two Ferns.
You really need the script to read the intro?
I kind of do. I mean, I wouldn't touch that right now. No, I wouldn't do it.
We'd really like to know, what was your first acting experience like?
Steve, thanks for asking, but I've never really acted before. I've done some interviews way back in the day when I was a state trooper in the state of Indiana. Had some pretty cool experiences.
Well, you could have fooled me. You sure seem like a pretty good actor. Why don't you tell us about some of them cool stories you've been on the news for?
I've been interviewed for saving a man's life one day. I was actually off duty and in my pickup truck and saw a lady frantically steering a vehicle from the passenger side. Obviously, that's not normal. So I feel like, however, any good human being would have pulled over to check. I think I was just in the right place at the right time. I jumped out and through my military training and experience, I was able to provide life-saving measures to this gentleman.
That's not something you can learn from a book. That's instincts right there. That's pretty impressive. Tell us about some other things you've done while on the job.
So there was this time that I delivered a baby. Never had any life-saving experiences, thank God, here at Deepwell. But when I was a state trooper, I also delivered a baby on the side of the interstate. That was obviously intense and not something you get taught every day.
That's pretty impressive. This man knows how to save a life and bring one into this world.
Yeah.
Delivering a baby, how did that go? That must have been a wild ride.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. It was cool because after everything kind of settled down, I went back to the hospital to check on the mom and the baby to make sure they were all okay. The mom asked me what my name was, and I told her Trooper Maymi, and because I was a trooper at the time. She's like, "No, what's your first name?" So I told her Thomas, and then she's like, "Well, that's my baby's name. It's gonna be Malachi Thomas." So they gave the baby my first name is now its middle name.
That's pretty impressive, and what a great honor for a guy who brought that baby into the life. What does your typical day look like as a light truck coordinator?
So my typical day as a light truck coordinator basically consists of, tracking trucks, looking at cameras, all the alerts that come in. And then we also implemented the safe driving reward program with the QR codes to sign in. And then we can also reward all the safe drivers. We also got to keep track of all the maintenance on the trucks, making sure everything's up to date. Anytime anybody needs a spare truck or a truck breaks down, we've got to coordinate and get them out, a new truck. So that way they're not left stranded without a truck. Basically, it's like herding cats. That's what it is. And then plus, I also have the responsibility of tracking all the fuel usage and everything else with fuel cards.
Driving is one of the most dangerous things we do in a day. So pushing that new initiative to make sure everyone's driving safely, it's going to be a big game changer here at Deepwell. Hopefully everyone really starts buying in and pays attention while they're driving.
Yeah, and then, since I've been on board, we started at like 40-something% safe driving, and now we're at 93% safe driving. But it's not just me as an effort. We have a whole team that's, it's a cumulative effort of everybody trying, all the way down to, people that are just actually following the rules and driving like they're supposed to, and that's where it all comes in.
Well, I'd say you definitely made some good progress so far with your initiative. Tell us about some of the rewards the guys will get for driving safe.
Yeah, so the reward program, we draw top 10 drivers a month. They get a reward for $175 for their safe driving. And then we'll draw the quarterly top 5 drivers. And then they get a $400 bonus with some swag points, cookouts and stuff. And then we draw the top safest HCU. They'll get a barbecue. They'll get a plaque. And then also we draw the top driver of the year, get a $500 bonus with 2 airfares from anywhere below the 48.
So if a guy was trying to get top 10 or get a barbecue for his rig, what are the top 3 things he should focus on?
Braking, cornering, and speeding.
And don't use that cell phone when you're driving, people.
That's right. Keep your cell phones down, please.
This is a relatively new initiative. You had opportunity to go out and barbecue for a crew yet?
No, not yet. So looking forward to that coming up. Hopefully at the end of this quarter coming up, we'll be able to get out there and get barbecuing for people out there.
All right, guys. Well, pay attention while you're on the road. You might have a barbecue coming your way if you drive safe enough. How's your summer been so far? Any fun trips or vacations planned?
Summer's been great. I did have a trip planned to Key West, Florida. However, we had to postpone that and change the date a little bit, push it back. That's going to be coming up. And then just, basically hanging out on a boat and doing some boating and hanging out on the water, catching some sun and, sun's out, guns out.
You've had a pretty interesting life, serving this country and acting as a state trooper to now where you're at, light truck coordinator. Couldn't think of a better guy with better experience to help us out in this department.
Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. It's been interesting for sure. Like I said before, it's a great place to work. It's a bunch of good people here. I love my job and I enjoy it.
You've been here for 7 months. You're making some big moves, making some big initiatives so far. Tell us about how your first 7 months has been at Deepwell and any experiences you've enjoyed so far.
I really enjoy working with everybody. The team, we have different departments at Deepwell, but it's more, when they say one family, one team, that's really how it is. It's the guys and the gals that I get to work with every day that really make this job fun, and I look forward to coming to work every day.
Now that we're done asking you all the hard questions, let's get into a fun game. Today we'll be playing a game called Guess the Logo. So the way Guess the Logo is going to work is we're going to show you logos from all of our rigs in the fleet, and you're going to guess the name and the rig number. Guessing the name correctly gives you a half a point. Getting the rig number correct gives you a full point.
It's Keystone.
Keystone, what rig is that?
I don't know. I think it's 24.
24. Is 24 right?
28.
28. All right, you ready for number 2?
Number 2.
All right.
Spotify.
Damn. Good for you. One more point for Thomas. Thomas is that too.
I don't think you're trying.
Big goose egg over here. You ready for number 3, Thomas?
Ready. It's the big red one.
22. So we tied for the name.
Yeah.
But I got the number.
You got the number. You're gonna win.
I don't know, man. Some tough ones here. Spotify I listen to every day, and I couldn't pick up on that one. All right, you ready to roll number 3?
Number 3. Polo. Let's see. Ralph Lauren Polo.
There you go. I guess I don't dress nice enough to wear that.
I can't afford that brand.
They're just teasing us here with this expensive clothes.
Something to do with electrical. Is that like the IBEW Electrical Union?
No, it's one of our rigs.
Is it? Let me see. I've never seen that one before. I bet the guys in the field that work on this rig are screaming at us right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to guess 27.
I give up. 25.
Fist of the fleet.
Fist of the fleet. Us BMW.
BMW. He beat me to it. All right, 4-1. 4 questions left. I got to get them all right if I got a chance here.
Get them all right. Iron Castle. I don't know what rig it is, but I know it's Iron Castle.
HCU 28.
27. Oh.
Darn. So you got a half point there for the name. Adidas.
I'd say Steve won that time. He beat me on the jump.
I got enough points to win even if I get them all right. Give me that pity one. Devil Dogs, Toothindale.
There you go.
HCU 21.
You must have worked on that one before.
A lot of problems on that rig. See it come across my desk quite a few times. 21 is the rig that's out working in the Rockies right now, so fresh in my mind. Oh, still in the running here.
So
last question. Airbnb.
Got it. He got it.
Looks like we're all tied up, Thomas.
Tied up. Now we had a tiebreaker.
This has never happened before. We got a tiebreaker here.
How did you not know Spotify, but you knew Airbnb?
All right, last one, all tied up.
Ready?
Tiebreaker. HCU 31. No. HCU 30. HCU 32. And it's the Endeavor Midway.
32 Midway. You got it with a half a point.
32, yeah. Midway, that's right.
Steve won.
Looks like I pulled through.
Yes, you were the winner.
From a 4-1 deficit to a half-point lead. Woohoo! Thomas, I wanted to say thank you for coming on this episode today. Thank you for your service to your country. Thank you for your service to that baby you brought into this world. Thank you for your service for bringing that man back to life. And thank you for everything you're doing at Deepwell.
Thank you, Steve. It's my pleasure. Thank you for your time, and thank you for everything you do here at Deepwell also.
It's great to be your host today on my first episode of Beneath the Surface.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.